X back with yet another video. I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. Sit back, relax, and watch. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as that would be deeply appreciated. Share the video to a friend who likes for this or just anime content in general. And with that being said, we can now begin the video. Let's take the story of Naruto more than 20 years back. Minato's father and Minato's mother would be talking. If this information gets out, you know what they'll do. They'll destroy everything. Everything, I tell you. Why exactly? Why exactly would they do that? They'd have no reason. You know why. It's because you're an 𝙎𝙈𝙊𝙃 and I'm an Aburame. That's why. Minato's father stayed silent. Naomi, There's no way to get around it, okay? You don't have to explain yourself. I get it, it's confusing, but we cannot raise Minato. You know that. I wish things were different. Why must our clans always be fighting? You're the one who decided to fall in love with me. Don't blame this all on me now! Naomi Aburame said nothing. As Taka and Namikaze left the room. 2 days later, Minato was born. Minato Namikaze. And it would be then that they would leave him as an orphan in the Hidden Leaf village. Little did they know, they just sowed the seeds for the fourth Hokage. Or rather, the future fourth Hokage of the Hidden Leaf village. Being an orphan, Minato would work almost twice as hard every single day, as he would continue to get better and better. But with that being said, most of you already know the story of Minato. So now we can skip about 20 years further. More than that, to be honest. To the day of the Nine Tails attack. After Minato was now dead, after sealing the half of the Nine Tails within himself and half within Naruto, Naruto would be left under the watching eye of Hiruzen Sarutobi. Now I say under the watching eye because it wouldn't be Hiruzen who took him in, but rather the Aburame clan itself. You see, Minato had many cousins within the clan, and they saw Naruto as one of their own, regardless of if he had a tail beast within him. The Aburame were already known as a clan that was weird in nature, you know, controlling bugs and all. So, taking on another weird person to the clan, well, it didn't change the fact that they were family. And so Naruto would grow up as an Aburame. Yet, many Aburame chose not to associate with him in the first place, as several of the clansmen in the clan had been killed by the Kyuubi in his rampage. Naruto took all of it. He took the anger of the people, he took the hate of his fellow clansmen, and he harnessed it into a drive to shock the village and become the Hokage. He knew who his father was, as many of the clansmen told him. Some were even rude about it. Wow. The fourth Hokage's son for what? Is that really the fourth son? Sometimes Naruto would doubt it. Sometimes Naruto believed that there was no way that he was Minato's son, the fourth Hokage, the prodigy. But he knew deep down that he was, and there was nothing that could change that. He grew up with that chip on his shoulder, never being great enough to be acknowledged as anything more than Lord Forth's son. And it didn't help that he sucked at chakra control and could barely manifest his bugs in the first place. that was until he made a promise to himself. A true promise to become Hokage. It was from that day on that he recognized that he may die trying. That there are several people who have failed to become Hokage. You could say that this Naruto is much more logical, yet still has all the tools not to succeed. Naruto understood that he was in a world of winners and losers. Winners became Hokage, whilst losers either died on the battlefield or were no more than Jonin or Chunin, or maybe they were reserved a spot in the Anbu or as an Anbu captain, if lucky enough. But what he also knew was that he wanted to be a winner. He wanted to be the best of the best, and he didn't want anything to be able to stop that. He wanted to become the strongest Aburame, the strongest Namikaze, the strongest Uzumaki, the best of the best. He wanted to be second to none. But yet, in his way stood so many. Even a boy who was the same age as Naruto and was even a distant third cousin, known as Shino Aburame, was better than him in almost every way. He could control his bugs better, he had better chakra control, and, well, everything in between. Heck, the only thing Naruto was better than him at was brute strength, and, well, what's brute strength if not controlled? And so Naruto knew all this, and he sat and pondered. What will I do? He thought of it for a really long time, and eventually he realized what he would do. He would train. He would train until he surpassed all of them, no matter how hard and how difficult it was. However many obstacles he had to overcome to do it, he would. He made a vow, and he would keep that vow to himself. And so the very next day, he would begin his training. At first, he asked many of his clansmen to train him, but many declined, until one said yes. His name? Torine Aburame. But, well, how exactly did that even happen? It's simple. Naruto is walking around the Aburame's part of the village. And although there is not a Aburame part of the village in the way that there is the Uchiha's part of the village and how they were segregated, there is a area where a lot of Aburames frequent. An area of the village that was to its southern border. And so, Naruto would be walking the streets of the area, and eventually he would see Torine. He knew that Torine was an Anbu member, and that, well, Torine was super, super strong. Heck, he believed that Torine was the strongest Aburame in the Hidden Leaf Village at the time. And so, he would stop Torine in his tracks, who was eating some food. Oh, what? What is it, Naruto? Hey, Torine. Yeah? Can you train me? Train you? Torine almost spit out his food. You want me to train you? You're the son of the 4th Hokage. You have no business asking me to train you. Where's all that natural strength? You'll be just fine on your own, don't you worry. Torine then continued walking, as Naruto followed him. Torine realized that Naruto was following him about a minute later, as he turned to see Naruto right behind him. What are you still doing here, Naruto? I told you, natural strength's the way to go. You'll be just fine. You're wrong. I know you were taught, or else you wouldn't be in the Anbu. Oh, and you don't even know why I want to train. You're just like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Natural strength. I don't care about natural strength. It's not good enough. I'm not going to beat people just through brute strength. Insects are one of the weakest creatures in the entire world. And yet, so many Aburame can defeat stronger creatures. And I know that for a fact. So don't sit here and tell me that natural strength is the way to go. Teach me, train me, please. Allow me to become a stronger. Allow me to become Hokage. What was that? Hokage. I want to be Hokage. Torne said nothing. Huh. Torne looked up at the Hokage faces as he looked at Minato's. It seems that this boy might just follow in your footsteps, Minato. Only time will tell. He looked back down at Naruto, who sat and looked at him with a determined face. As Torne nodded. What's that supposed to mean? Why are you nodding at me? Naruto, I'm telling you I'll train you. Now, my schedule's kind of busy, but we can start training tomorrow after I go visit a friend. Is it one of your Anbu friends? Can I come? No. The friend I'm visiting is more like a boss, a master, you know? Just like you're gonna be my master? It's a little bit different with him, but yeah, I'll be your sensei. Just while we're training, though, you won't be indebted to me, okay? So you don't have to walk around calling me sensei. Just call me Torne. Okay. The next day, as Torne promised, they would begin training in a training ground within the Hidden Leaf Village. Naruto sat on the grass as Torne explained their first lesson, which would be chakra control. You're young, and yet you possess an incredible amount of chakra. Chakra that I'd say even rivals my own at your young age. Now, the problem is, you can't use any of this chakra because it's uncontrolled. So, we will be working on chakra control. Once you get that down, bugs will flow more easily to you. It is to my understanding that you only just recently developed your bugs, and you can only now use them. Yeah. Harane said that my bugs only came recently, and that I didn't have them when I was younger. It was as if whenever any bugs would get near me, that they just disappeared. I see. Torne believed that this had to do with, well, the Nine Tails, and that the bugs were afraid of the deep chakra within Naruto as they could sense it. That malevolent chakra. Even Torne now, as a sensory ninja, as well as obviously a combat savant, could sense the Nine Tails within Naruto, hidden deep within the boy's body. And so, they would work on chakra control for about 2 months. And I see no reason why Naruto wouldn't be able to master chakra control within 2 months. We've seen Naruto do it in the canon in less time, although he was older, but with a lesser amount of chakra pool, it would be just as difficult, and I see no reason why it would take more or less time than 2 months, and so Naruto would be able to master chakra release. It would be here that Torne and Naruto would truly begin training. Torne would grab Naruto a blade from a local shop, as, well, he of course purchased it for Naruto. It was a short sword, so it wasn't too heavy and wasn't too long for Naruto's body. The perfect height and weight, you could say. And so, Naruto was given the blade as he gripped on tightly to its hilt. He looked up at Torne. So this is gonna be my blade? Torne-sensei? Yeah. Wait, Naruto, I said not to call me sensei. You better remember that. Stop calling me sensei. Naruto smiled. Okay, Torne-sensei. Ugh, whatever. Naruto and Torne would begin to train together. They would train for about 3 months. And this training would actually help Torne refine his skills, so he had no problem with it. Danzo one time even caught them training together and said it was a good idea so that, well, his muscles didn't grow weak and, well, his reflexes didn't grow too slow during, well, his off time on Anbu missions. And this is where Naruto makes his greatest leap. After mastering his sword, which he would literally call the Great Bug Sword, he did something else. Not only did more and more bugs come to him. But after Naruto was able to fully control his chakra, he had amassed a collection of more bugs than any other Aburame has ever. A fleet of 1 million insects. Insects that Naruto could call upon at any time. And it was funny, because the same reason why insects didn't come to Naruto when he was younger was the same reason that they did now. Because of that chakra, that sinister chakra, they realized that it was really just a huge pool of chakra, and that there was nothing to worry about. Of course, bugs can't see the QB, but that's what they figured it was. As they could see that Naruto's chakra on the surface was as kind as ever, and he had a greater chakra pool than any Aburame that the bugs had ever feasted on. And so they came to him like moths to a flame. Naruto could now use his bugs to use a variety of jutsus. He would create 3 jutsus, being the youngest person ever to create jutsus, although it kind of has an asterisk to it due to the fact that these are bug jutsus, but he would still be the youngest person ever to create a jutsu in the history of the Hidden Leaf Village. Younger than Minato, younger than Kakashi. At the age of just 6 years old, Naruto would create 3 jutsu. The Great Bug Cage, which is a jutsu where several bugs form together, I should say more like thousands of bugs form together, to create a cage to trap Naruto's enemy. Naruto has actually used this ability on Torine, who only broke out by, well, pulling off his glove and using his poison technique. Naruto's second ability, using the bugs, / the second jutsu that he developed, is a jutsu that Naruto likes to call Bug Takeover Jutsu. Naruto uses his chakra so that a variety of bugs come to him. Then he uses these bugs to latch onto his enemy, and he's able to control one of their limbs or even a certain part of them. For instance, he can send all of his bugs to the person's arm and can make them use a kunai to kill themselves, which would effectively be a near unstoppable weapon, but of course there are shinobi that can, well, see something like this coming or can just run away fast enough. Regardless of that, though, this is a very, very good jutsu to have, and Naruto would actually be seen using it multiple times during his, well, training with Torine. After about 2 more years of training, Naruto was 8 years old. He had mastered chakra control, he had developed his bugs to an even greater scale, he had formed a very close bond with Torine, and had mastered 1 chakra release. Earth Style. Why does Naruto have Earth Style in this timeline? Well, I think due to the fact that bugs, well, a lot of them come from the ground, that it just is a natural affinity for him, just like Wind Style. Now, with that being said, he wouldn't master Wind Style, but he has been able to master Earth Style, and can even create a Mud Wall. With that being said, Naruto was now head and shoulders above his peers. No one who was 8 years old was even close to the level of Naruto. If we were to scale this Naruto, I'd say he was easily Chunin level to high Jonin level. Honestly, it just depended on, well, his drive. How determined he was to beat you. Because, well, Naruto was very, very powerful. And sometimes he would even rival Torine. But it would be before Naruto joined the academy that Torine would be approached by a quote-unquote friend of his, Danzo Shimura. So, Torine, this boy, you have truly taken him on as a pupil? I wouldn't call it that. He wished for me to train him so that he could become Hokage. It's the least I could do for him. I see. Do you believe that he would be good in the Anbu? The Anbu? No. The boy is far too kind-hearted for that. But someone who you could assess is Shino Aburame. He does not have the kind-hearted nature of Naruto. If you're looking for him in the Anbu, I believe that he would serve you well. And so, Danzo would take his eyes off of Naruto, although Naruto seemed so promising, and shift his attention towards Shino for the time being. Now, this is no different than the canon. Anbu had already identified that, well, Shino had the traits of an Anbu, so I see no reason why they wouldn't, well, like him as a future Anbu candidate. Now, Shino's never going to become an Anbu in this timeline, so it doesn't really matter. Now, with that being said, Naruto would join the academy. And upon joining the academy, like I said, he was heads and shoulders above his peers. He knew more knowledge than most of his peers, as 𝙁𝙁 had taught him several things, not only about Konoha, but about the ninja world as a whole, everything that 𝙁𝙁 knew almost. Some of the more gruesome things he didn't choose to share with Naruto, as Naruto's only 8 years old. But with that being said, he would breeze through the academy. Not only had he been the strongest, but he was also arguably the smartest. That Aburame blood really gave him a boost on that part of, well, learning. He was smarter, he was faster, he was stronger than every other academy student. He beat every academy student in their, well, brawls, and, well, eventually, after a few days of being in the academy, he would be approached by Sasuke. Naruto. Huh? What's up, Sasuke? Don't give me that what's up stuff. Do you wanna, train with me? And my older brother, Itachi? Seriously? You're giving me a chance to train with Itachi Uchiha? Yeah. This is a few months to a few weeks before the Uchiha massacre, just to be clear here. So the Uchiha haven't died yet, but Sasuke is still 8 years old. Alright, I would love to. And so, Naruto and Sasuke would go and train with Itachi. Itachi was surprised at the level of strength that Naruto possessed, and was clearly able to tell that he was easily at the level of many Jonin that he had faced in the past, which made Itachi hopeful for the future of the Hidden Leaf Village. Sasuke making friends with this, or Sasuke making friends like this, would only prove to strengthen his ability to get stronger in the future after Itachi would, well, have to slay the clan. But with that being said, he trained with Naruto and Sasuke for the rest of the day. And it wasn't the last time. They would actually train once a week, while Naruto would train with 𝙁𝙁 the other parts of the week, which actually matched up perfectly for, well, 𝙁𝙁 and Itachi, as, well, the one day that Itachi trained them, 𝙁𝙁 was always out on missions, so it was perfect almost. Now, with that being said, Naruto grew much more than Sasuke did from these training sessions, as, well, he was taught a jutsu that he would never forget, the Shadow Clone Jutsu. But not only was he taught the Shadow Clone Jutsu, but also the Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu. Now, how does Itachi know, well, what the Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu is, and how does he have it? Well, it's simple. He would make a suggestion to Hiruzen that due to the fact that Naruto had such a high amount of chakra, that the Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu would be better fit for him than any Clone Jutsu, let alone the normal Clone Jutsu taught in the Academy, or the Shadow Clone Jutsu. And so, Hiruzen, after giving it some thought, would agree with Itachi, and would actually be perfectly fine with Naruto having such a jutsu, and thus would give Itachi the scroll, which Itachi would later return to him in perfect condition. Not before writing down a couple of the jutsu, though. With that being said, he would teach Naruto the Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu, as this would later become a trademark of who Naruto was. The Kage Bushin no Jutsu, the Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu. Naruto would then take advantage of the fact that he had huge stores of chakra, and would use his Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu, and would honestly spam it, creating hundreds of Shadow Clones sometimes at a time, and would also use a massive amount of bugs to gang up on Itachi with Sasuke. Actually, one day they even got the better of Itachi, who would have to use his 3 Tomoe Sharingan to keep up and subsequently eventually beat them. But they definitely got the better of him, and, well, if it was in a situation where Naruto was meant to kill Itachi, the first time that they got, well, Itachi off his guard, and, well, basically blitzed him with a ton of clones and bugs, Itachi could have died. There is a chance. Now, with that being said, Naruto was growing so rapidly that Itachi didn't know what to do. He had never, well, taught such a talented kid. Someone who could learn so fast and someone who had so much potential. And Itachi knew that Naruto hadn't even, well, tapped into the Nine Tails' chakra. And so he would meet with Hiruzen. What is it, Itachi? Lord Third, I have a request. What's the request? May me and Torine, Aburame, the one who was en route, can you what? Can we teach Naruto Uzumaki on how to harness the Nine Tails? What? Are you a fool? If that power gets out, then he could destroy the village again. Naruto never destroyed the village. The Kyuubi did it. And second, my Sharingan would be able to put it under a Genjutsu. Or at least I would be able to put in, well, a Genjutsu, whatever form of the chakra that Naruto manifested, knocking both of them out. Are you positive? Yes, absolutely. I would not suggest this to you if I was unconfident in my ability to restrain him. Fine. Do you believe that it will boast the power of the Leaf Village if Naruto learns how to control the beast? Yes. It will easily make us the strongest village if we aren't already. I know that we are close in power to the Cloud Village, but we will surpass them if we can even get Naruto to tap into half of that Nine Tails chakra. Because as it stands, we do not have a Jinchuriki. Well, not a true Jinchuriki like the Cloud. They have the perfect Jinchuriki Killer Bee and another Jinchuriki Yugito. I see. Well, I give you full permission. If Danzo catches you guys and has any questions, tell him I gave you full permission as well. Oh, and not only that, but please take this with you. What is it? It is a seal. If you manage to place it atop Naruto's head, then the Nine Tails chakra will be immediately cut off. Alright. Huh? Was that a voice crack, Itachi? I'm only 13 years old. You can't hold that against me, can you? You truly are a child prodigy, Itachi. Thank you, Lord Third. With that, Itachi would return to Naruto and Sasuke, and would tell Sasuke that, well, they would have to put an end to, well, Sasuke's training, and would have to start training Naruto specifically. Sasuke got angered at this, and eventually Itachi would find a compromise. Whilst he was training Naruto on how to unlock, well, the Kyuubi's chakra, Itachi would be allowing Naruto to, well, basically free up his time with Torine, which meant that Torine could train Sasuke whilst Itachi trained Naruto. And it worked. Sasuke was perfectly fine with it, and Naruto was now able to begin to, well, train the Nine Tails and fully actually master its power and maybe even graze his potential a little bit. And so the first day was spent on trying to communicate with the Nine Tails. Naruto was almost completely unsuccessful, although he could hear the grunts and growls and, well, overall the Nine Tails just being annoyed at Naruto's entire existence. With that being said, after a little while, Naruto had been able to start talking to the Nine Tails, with the assistance of Itachi, who was able to use his Sharingan to enter Naruto's subconscious and guide him to where the Nine Tails was. Now, with that being said, Naruto had now met the Nine Tails and would begin to talk to the Nine Tails. They even started to develop a small relationship. Although this was only so that Naruto would trust him and, well, he would be able to escape Naruto's body. After Itachi talked about how buddy-buddy Kurama was with him, even telling Naruto his real name, Itachi thought that something was up. Something was suspicious. There was no way that the Kyuubi would be so friendly with such a child for no reason. And so one day when Naruto went to talk with the Kyuubi during their training, Itachi used his Sharingan to enter Naruto's subconscious. He stood beside Naruto, looking deeply at the Kyuubi. Those eyes. Itachi said nothing, with a frown on his face. He then changed his 2 Tomoe into a 3 Tomoe. You recognize these eyes, do you? They're the eyes of the Uchiha clan. I know! I'm no fool. You are too overconfident in your abilities. To restrain you? Not a chance. Now, quick side note, Itachi has never displayed Tsukiyomi, that being infinite Tsukiyomi, before the Mangekyo, which obviously means that it's a Mangekyo Sharingan ability. Not obviously, but it is specifically stated to be a Mangekyo Sharingan ability and one of the most powerful genjutsu in existence. Said to literally represent the spiritual world and darkness. Now, what we're gonna do here is have Itachi have a Tsukiyomi that is weaker to a different degree and won't cause, say, like, mental damage, or rather, like, mental PTSD like it did for, say, Sasuke and Kakashi, but it can actually provide some form of mental damage to even something as strong as the Kyuubi, and I see no reason why a prodigal child like Itachi wouldn't be able to do this even to the Nine Tails. This is an Anbu squad captain, Itachi. Now, with that being said, Itachi would activate his 3 Tomoe Sharingan as he would use the Tsukiyomi on the Nine Tails, trapping him in a genjutsu. It would be here that the Nine Tails would be sealed away over and over and over and over and over again. As, well, it almost was everlasting. The Kyuubi eventually gave in as Itachi smiled. See, Kurama? That was all it took. I'm well aware. Humans have treated you like trash from the moment that you stepped in this village. Actually, probably from the moment that you stepped on this earth. You were hunted down by the first Hokage and trapped in a body that you, well, had no business being in. Or rather, well, a body that you wish you weren't in. Your whole life you have been sealed in Jinchuriki from the Leaf Village. Jinchuriki who don't give a damn about you, and Jinchuriki whose whole purpose is to keep you locked away. I get it. It sucks. There's no denying that. But what you won't do is try to manipulate Naruto. Be all buddy-buddy with him. If it's not content, and if it's not truly content, truly from your heart, if you don't really mean the things that you say, then there's no reason why you should even try. You're not going to be breaking out of Naruto's body. And if you even try to pull a finger to do so, I will tighten the seal further. I can tell. You're okay with us training the Kyuubi chakra because as it slowly seeps out, it begins to weaken the seal. Now, it would take at least, 20 years, I'm thinking, for you to be able to break out of this body at the rate that we're going. Don't make me tighten the seal and ruin all your progress. Because you're never gonna break out of Naruto's body. Either he'll see him. What's wrong? You didn't think that I'd be able to do this? Resist your genjutsu? Fine. I suppose I'll just have to double down. Tsukiyomi! Itachi would do it once more, as the Nine Tails could now do nothing. as he sat in silence looking at Itachi. Now, like I was saying, either I'll real seal you, or Naruto will reseal you. The point is, you will not be breaking out of his body whatsoever. You got that? You Uchihas, always thinking I'm not like Mother. So don't compare me to him. I am Itachi Uchiha. Now you be good to Naruto and allow him to access your chakra. I don't care if you must make a pact with him. I don't care if it must be a vow between each other. You are the Nine Tails, and you better start paying rent. Itachi would disperse. The Genjutsu would be broken. As he now stared at the Nine Tails within, well, its cage, as Naruto was beside him, in Naruto's own subconscious. What happened, Itachi? Oh, nothing. Me and the Nine Tails were just having our own personal little chat. Now, always remember this. If the Nine Tails ever gets you to try and remove that little seal over there, you know, pull it off, don't. Don't ever do it. Got that? Yes, Itachi. I understand. Good. The next couple of months would be spent training and honing the Nine Tails chakra, as an 8-year-old Naruto could now access up to 2 to 3 tails on any given day of the Nine Tails' chakra. Now, it got really complicated whenever he delved deeper into the 4th, 5th, and even 6th tails of the Nine Tails, because slowly but surely he began to represent the Nine Tails more and more, to even become a spitting image of the Nine Tails. Never mind that Naruto's skin would burn so bad when he went to those forms of the Nine Tails that he really only did it unless he really had to, and so he would use it as a sort of trump card, not really pulling it out unless things were dire, which was great as a trump card to have, you know. Just being able to transform into the 4th, 5th, 6th tails of any tailed beast is amazing to have as a trump card. Now, with that being said, Naruto continued to get stronger by day, and training with, well, Sasuke, they got stronger together. It made Itachi happy. He could see that Sasuke was happy, and he could see that his brother was getting stronger. What else did he want, if not for his brother to be able to protect himself from even the greatest of threats? Whether it was Danzo trying to take his little brother's eyes, or Itachi trying to make a body out of Sasuke, Itachi has never wanted anything more than for Sasuke to have the ability to protect himself. And slowly but surely, he's realizing that he does. He's realized that, there's no reason for him not to assassinate the clan now, after being ordered to do so. And so, whilst Naruto was eating some ramen, actually at Sasuke's house, with him and, well, Sasuke's family, Itachi would enter the room, looking around and seeing Naruto, Sasuke, Mikoto Uchiha, and Fugaku Uchiha, his mother and father. As Itachi now looked down to the ground, his blade was already stained with the blood of many Uchiha. He then looked up with the Mangekyo Sharingan. Fugaku, realizing that, well, he had unlocked his Mangekyo, said nothing, activating his own and standing up to challenge his son. With that being said, this is where part 1 to What If Naruto Was in Aburame ends. I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Share the video to a friend who likes this or anime content in general. And with that being said, hope you guys all have a great day. If you're watching this as a movie, then just keep on watching. But with that being said, this has been ramiX, and, well, ramiX out. Rami X back with another video. Just kidding. This is where the movie begins of what if Naruto was an Aburame. I hope you guys all enjoy. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Share the video to a friend who likes what ifs or just anime content in general. Actually be smashing that subscribe button and that like button to show your appreciation, and we can now continue. The room was filled with the savory aroma of a traditional Uchiha family dinner. Naruto, though an Aburame by blood, felt like a part of the Uchiha clan, sitting at the table with Mikoto, Fugaku, and Sasuke. The warmth of the family's camaraderie was something he cherished deeply, a stark contrast to the loneliness he once knew. Mikoto's gentle smile and Fugaku's stern but kind demeanor made him feel at home. He had gotten so used to the presence of what he now called his family. They ate together, laughed together, and this laughter and conversation filled the room. Naruto and Sasuke were engrossed in a playful argument about their last training session, their rivalry as strong as ever. Truly, they had a brotherly bond. Once a friendship, they now considered each other's brothers in all but blood. Suddenly, the atmosphere had shifted. It had changed. The door slid open with a quiet but ominous creak, revealing Itachi Uchiha, their elder brother, standing in the doorway, his usually calm eyes now cold and distant. In his hand was a blade stained with fresh blood, and the room fell silent. All eyes turned to Itachi. Itachi, what have you done? Fugaku's voice was calm, but a dangerous edge lurked beneath. Itachi's Mangekyo Sharingan activated, casting an eerie glow. I am sorry, father, but this is necessary. Fugaku rose from his seat, his own Mangekyo Sharingan spinning into view. Yes, it is true that technically it was a filler episode where Fugaku had the Mangekyo Sharingan, but because of the fact that Fugaku had gone through an entire Great Ninja War, I think it's entirely plausible that he has access to the Mangekyo Sharingan. If you think I will let you harm the family, you are mistaken. The tension in the room was palpable as Mikoto stood protectively in front of Naruto and Sasuke, bearing a kunai in her hand, her eyes reflecting a mix of fear and determination. Itachi, please, there must be another way, she said, calling up to him in her most maternal way. But Itachi's resolve was unshakable. Without another word, he launched himself at Fugaku, his blade clashing with Fugaku's kunai. A resounding metallic ring swarmed the room as the force of their collision sent shockwaves throughout, and the battle began. Fugaku moved with the precision and power of an experienced shinobi, his Sharingan predicting Itachi's movements. You were always my most talented son, Itachi, but you've chosen the wrong path. I am doing what must be done, Itachi replied, his voice cold and even more distant. He parried Fugaku's strikes, his movements almost too fast to follow. The two warriors danced a deadly ballet, their blades flashing in the dim light. Mikoto watched in horror, clutching Naruto and Sasuke close. Naruto, Sasuke, you must stay back. Naruto's heart pounded in his chest. He wanted to help, but he knew that this battle was beyond his current abilities. He could only watch as the two powerful shinobi clashed, their emotions and ideologies as much a weapon as their blades. The fight raged on, as Fugaku's anger and desperation grew with each passing moment. He launched a series of powerful fire jutsu, the flames roaring through the room. But Itachi was relentless, his Mangekyo Sharingan allowing him to evade or counter each and every attack. You always were strong, father, but not strong enough. Itachi's voice was tinged with sadness. In a blur of motion, he unleashed the Amaterasu, the black flames engulfing Fugaku. Fugaku screamed in agony as the flames consumed him. Mikoto, get the boys out of here, he managed to shout through this pain. Mikoto moved to put out the flames with her bare hands on Fugaku as tears streamed down her face. The black flames then spread to her. Run, Naruto! Sasuke, run! These flames can spread, and they won't go out, she screamed, her voice filled with pain and desperation. But Naruto and Sasuke couldn't run. They couldn't leave their family. Rage and sorrow surged through them, and they turned to face Itachi with more determination in their eyes. Sasuke's Sharingan flared to life, one eye showing the 2 Tomoe and the other the 3 Tomoe. "I won't forgive you, Itachi. I'll make you pay for this." Naruto entered his 3-tailed state, the red chakra cloak enveloping him, his eyes glowing with the ferocity of the 9 tails. "You'll pay for this, Itachi." They attacked Itachi together, their combined fury creating a formidable force. Sasuke's movements were fluid and precise, his Sharingan allowing him to anticipate Itachi's moves. Naruto's raw power and the chakra cloak's enhancement made him a relentless and unpredictable opponent. But Itachi was a prodigy among prodigies. He parried their attacks with ease, his Mangekyo Sharingan allowing him to counter their every move. Despite their determination, they were no match for his skill. In a desperate move, Sasuke tried to land a Chidori, the crackling lightning aiming for Itachi's heart. But Itachi caught his wrist, twisting it painfully. Yes, Sasuke has the Chidori. He was taught it by Kakashi, Kakashi taught it to Itachi in this timeline, and Itachi taught it to Sasuke in this timeline. "You are not strong enough, Sasuke. Not yet." Naruto roared, launching a barrage of chakra-enhanced punches, but Itachi sidestepped them effortlessly. "Naruto, you have potential, but you lack control." With a flick of his wrist, Itachi trapped both of them in the infinite Tsukiyomi. The world around them warped and twisted, and they found themselves in a surreal landscape. Itachi standing before them, his eyes cold and unyielding. "You both need to understand," Itachi said, his voice echoing in the distorted reality. "You are not strong enough to defeat me. If you wish to stand a chance, you will need more power. You will need Fugaku in Mikoto's eyes." The words were like a dagger to their hearts. Naruto and Sasuke struggled against the Genjutsu, but it was no use. They were trapped, forced to listen to Itachi's harsh truth. When they finally awoke from the Genjutsu, they were back in the dining room. The bodies of Fugaku and Mikoto lay before them, the black flames still smoldering. The pain and horror of the scene was overwhelming. But amidst the grief, a new resolve took root. They would not let Itachi's sacrifice be in vain. They would become stronger no matter what cost, and revenge was on their mind. With trembling hands, they took Fugaku and Mikoto's eyes, encasing them in a special liquid to preserve them. The process was gruesome, but their determination continued to be unwavering. They knew that this was the only way to gain the power they needed to avenge their family and stop Itachi. The scene was one of both horror and hope. The bond between Naruto and Sasuke, forged in the fires of tragedy, would only grow stronger. They would train, they would fight, and they would become the warriors they needed to be to protect those they loved. As they left the Uchiha compound, stepping over the dozens, if not hundreds, of dead Uchiha bodies, the weight of their task pressed heavily on their young shoulders. But they were not alone. They had each other, and together they would face whatever challenges lay ahead. And so, under the moonlit sky, the path of vengeance and redemption began. The journey would be long and arduous, but they were ready. For they were not just Naruto and Sasuke. They were brothers in all but blood, bound by a shared destiny. The night was silent as they walked away. And then, boom. Naruto and Sasuke lay in their hospital beds. The sterile scent of antiseptic and the soft beeping of machines, a constant reminder of their recent ordeal. The trauma of losing Fugaku, a father, and Mikoto, a mother, coupled with the weight of Itachi's words, hung heavily over the both of them. The hospital room was quiet, save for their occasional murmurs and the sound of their breaths. Naruto was the first to wake, his eyes opening slowly to the dim light filtering through the window. His body ached, but his resolve was stronger than ever. He turned his head to see Sasuke still unconscious, his face pale and drawn. Naruto's heart clenched at the sight of his friend, his brother. A few days later, Sasuke stirred, his eyes fluttering open. "Naruto," he whispered, his voice weak but determined. "We need to get stronger," Naruto replied, his voice firm. "We can't let Itachi's actions be in vain. We need to avenge them." Sasuke nodded, his eyes reflecting the same determination. "We can't stay here. The village won't understand. We need to leave." Under the cover of the night, they slipped out of the hospital and the village, their movements silent and precise. They knew the risk, but their need for power outweighed their fear. they would return stronger, ready to face any challenge. Months later, the training had began. Deep in the forest, far from the prying eyes of the village, Naruto and Sasuke trained relentlessly. The bond between them grew stronger with each passing day, their shared goal fueling their determination. Naruto spent hours mastering control over the Nine-Tails' chakra. Initially, it was a struggle, the raw power threatening to overwhelm him. But with time and relentless effort, he gained control, up to his seven-tailed state. The chakra cloak that enveloped him was more stable, its power flowing through him with a newfound ease. During their training, Naruto also discovered a new technique. By mixing his Aburame clan's technique with the Nine-Tails' chakra, he created a unique breed of insects he called chakra 𝘎𝙈𝙊𝙊𝙃 bugs, or just 𝘎𝙈 bugs for short. These bugs were larger, more powerful, and capable of delivering a venomous bite that made their victims experience the excruciating pain of becoming a 𝙎𝙈𝙃. The technique was deadly, a testament to Naruto's ingenuity and resilience. Just to be clear, you might be like, what do you mean it delivers the pain of being a 𝙎𝙈𝙃? Well, think about it. How many 𝙎𝙈𝙃s have there actually been in the Naruto series since the beginning of Tailed Beast, like being able to be placed in 𝙎𝙈𝙃s? And how many 𝙎𝙈𝙃s have failed? Look no further than the hidden Cloud Village, and you can see just how easy it is for people to die from, well, having a 𝙎𝙈𝙃 inside of him. And that's just the 8 tails. Think about the 9 tails, who is arguably has double the power of the 8 tails, if not even more. With that being said, this was a very deadly technique that would force the life force out of its victims, leaving them on the brink of death or pushing them to death. Meanwhile, Sasuke pushed himself to the brink of exhaustion, his nights often sleepless as he sought the power necessary to confront his brother. One night, after countless hours of training and meditation, his eyes burned with an intense pain as he awoke from a dream. He screamed, the sound echoing through the forest as his Sharingan had evolved into the Mangekyo Sharingan. But Sasuke knew this power was not enough. He needed more. With Naruto's help, they transplanted Fugaku's eyes into Sasuke's sockets. The process was grueling, but the result was worth the pain. After Naruto, they transplanted one of Mikoto's eyes into his, to see how it would work. With a bandage over Naruto's eye, he concealed his Sharingan. Sasuke's eyes now held the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, and Naruto's the 3 Tomoe Sharingan, a power that promised to rival even Itachi's. One day, as they trained in a secluded clearing, they were ambushed by a group of Anbu sent to retrieve them. The fight was swift and brutal, showcasing their newfound strength. Sasuke's eternal Mangekyo Sharingan allowed him to predict and counter the Anbu's every move. His Kenjutsu skills had improved dramatically, his blade dancing with deadly precision. Naruto, in his 7-tailed state, showcased what he had learned and was a force of nature. His new version of the Rasengan, based on the tailed beast bomb, decimated their opponents with explosive force. See, Naruto had used the tailed beast bomb in training, and similarly to how Minato had come up with the technique, had developed the Rasengan. But he called it the Chakra Bomb Rasengan, and it relied more on the power of the 9 tails rather than just pure chakra. The chakra bugs also proved their worth as well, as they swarmed one of the Anbu. The unfortunate shinobi screamed in agony, his body convulsing as he experienced the unbearable pain of a 𝙎𝙈𝙃. The fight ended quickly, the Anbu left defeated and broken. Their next challenge came in the form of a large group of bandits, terrorizing a nearby village. Naruto and Sasuke moved in tandem, their attacks coordinated and devastating. Sasuke's Amaterasu set the bandits' stronghold ablaze, the black flames consuming everything in their path. Naruto's chakra cloak enveloped him as he tore through their ranks, his taijutsu and kenjutsu skills unmatched. His chakra bugs swarmed the bandits, their bites lethal and precise. The bandits fell one by one, their screams echoing through the night. As the last of the bandits fell, Naruto and Sasuke stood amidst the carnage, their eyes burning with determination. They were no longer the same boys who had fled the village. They were stronger, more skilled, and ready to face the challenges ahead. As they sat by the campfire that night, their bodies aching but their spirits unbroken, they reflected on their journey. "We've come so far," Naruto said, his voice thoughtful, "but we still have a long way to go." Sasuke nodded, his eyes fixed on the flames in front of them. "We'll get there, Naruto. We'll become strong enough to protect those we care about and avenge those we've lost." Naruto looked at his friend, his brother, and smiled. "Together," he said. The bond between them, forged in the fires of loss and strengthened through relentless training, was unbreakable. They knew that the path ahead would be difficult, but they were ready. Together they would face any challenge and emerge victorious. As the night wore on, they continued to train, their resolve unwavering. The future was uncertain, but one thing was clear. They would not rest until they had achieved their goals. They would become the warriors they needed to be, not just for themselves, but for those they had lost and those they vowed to protect. And so, under the starlit sky, their journey continued. The road ahead was long and fraught with danger, but they were ready. For they were not just Naruto and Sasuke, they were brothers, bound by destiny and their unbreakable bond. Naruto and Sasuke stood at the entrance of the Hidden Leaf Village, their expressions filled with determination and apprehension. They had grown stronger during their time away for 4 years, but they knew that returning would not be without consequences. As they walked through the gates, the young men whispered between themselves, as villagers also whispered and stared, a testament to their notoriety. They had great names in the ninja world at this point. Within minutes, they were apprehended by the village's security forces and brought before the third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi. He sat behind his desk, his eyes scrutinizing the two young shinobi with a mix of sternness and concern. "You left the village without permission," Hiruzen began, his voice grave. "However, you did not kill the Anbu sent after you, and technically, you are not yet ninja. Therefore, your punishment will be 2 weeks of imprisonment." Naruto and Sasuke nodded, accepting the terms without complaint. The next 2 weeks were spent in confinement, reflecting on their journey and their goals. When the time was up, they were summoned once again before the Hokage. "You will graduate alongside the rest of the academy students your age," Hiruzen announced. "You will be placed on Team 7 with Sakura Haruno under the leadership of Kakashi Hatake." The Bell Test. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura stood before Kakashi, who lazily read his book while explaining the bell test. The objective was simple: take the bells from Kakashi. However, there were only 2 bells, which meant one of them would be left behind. As the test began, Sakura served as the perfect diversion. She approached Kakashi with a barrage of kunai, which he easily deflected. Meanwhile, Naruto and Sasuke silently moved into position. "Now!" Naruto whispered. Sasuke activated his Sharingan, his eyes glowing with determination. He launched a series of shuriken at Kakashi, who dodged them effortlessly, but this was a ploy. Naruto, using his speed and the cover provided by Sasuke, managed to grab one bell, while Sasuke, utilizing his newly acquired Kenjutsu skills, snatched the other. "Looks like you all passed," Kakashi said with a smile, while impressed by their teamwork and strategy. After passing the bell test, Team 7 undertook several low-level missions, building their camaraderie and honing their skills. It wasn't long before they received their first C-rank mission, escorting Tazuna, a bridge builder, to the Land of Waves. As they walked through the dense forest, Naruto and Sasuke sensed a disturbance. The Demon Brothers, 2 rogue ninjas, lay in wait. Without alerting the others, Naruto and Sasuke quickly and efficiently took down the brothers, leaving them unconscious and tied up. Kakashi was impressed by their skills and vigilance. "Well done. You two are more than ready for this mission." In the Land of Waves, Naruto encountered Haku in the woods, mistaking him for an ordinary villager. Their brief encounter and interaction left Naruto pondering the nature of strength and compassion. Meanwhile, Sasuke and Naruto worked diligently on their chakra control, honing their abilities under Kakashi's watchful eye. Encounter on the bridge. The day finally came when they accompanied Tazuna to the bridge. The air was thick with tension, the mist rolling in ominously. As they approached, they encountered Zabuza Momochi and Haku standing defiantly in their path. Naruto and Sasuke moved into their battle stances, their eyes locked on the formidable duo before them. The stage was set for an epic confrontation, one that would test their newfound skills and resolve. During their time away from the village, both Naruto and Sasuke had undergone rigorous training. Naruto's control over the 9 tails of his chakra had improved significantly, allowing him to utilize up to 7 tails with precision. His new version of the Rasengan, inspired by the tailed beast bomb, was a testament to his creativity and raw power. Sasuke, on the other hand, had awakened his eternal Mangekyo Sharingan thanks to the transplantation of Fugaku's eyes. His proficiency in Kenjutsu and Taijutsu had also reached new heights, making him a formidable opponent. The two trained tirelessly, pushing each other's limits. Naruto's chakra bugs infused with the Nine-Tails' power proved to be a deadly asset, capable of incapacitating even the strongest opponents. Sasuke's mastery of his new abilities gave him a strategic edge in battle. As they stood on the bridge, facing Zabuza and Haku, they knew that their journey had only just begun. The challenges ahead would be daunting, but they were ready. Together, they would overcome any obstacle and emerge victorious. The mist thickened, obscuring their vision. The battle was about to commence, and Team 7 was prepared to give it their all. The fate of the Land of Waves rested in their hands, and they would not falter. Naruto and Sasuke stood their ground on the bridge, their resolve unwavering. Sasuke's EMS glowed ominously, while Naruto's chakra flared with the raw power of the Nine-Tails. Zabuza and Haku, formidable foes, prepared to engage. "Go," Kakashi whispered, signalizing the beginning of the confrontation. Sasuke dashed towards Zabuza, his blade drawn. The clang of steel echoed as their swords clashed. Sasuke's speed and agility kept Zabuza on his toes, but the seasoned swordsman retaliated with brute strength. The air around them crackled with energy as they exchanged blows, each strike more intense than the last. Meanwhile, Naruto faced Haku within the crystal ice mirrors. Needles flew at him with precision, pinning him to the ground. Pain surged through his body, but Naruto refused to surrender. The Nine-Tails' chakra bubbled to the surface, healing his wounds and granting him immense strength. "Is that all you've got?" Naruto growled, his eyes blazing with determination. Haku hesitated for a moment, sensing the overwhelming power emanating from Naruto. In a swift motion, Naruto shattered the mirrors all at once with a powerful punch, sending Haku crashing to the ground, unconscious. Sasuke, locked in a fierce battle with Zabuza, found himself pushed to his limits. Without using any of his Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan inherent abilities, like for example the Amaterasu. Zabuza's brutal attacks were relentless, but Sasuke's Sharingan allowed him to anticipate each move, and he even found himself with a small Susanoo aura. Just as Zabuza was about to land a devastating blow, Kakashi intervened, his lightning blade piercing through Zabuza's defenses. Zabuza fell to his knees, weakened and defeated. Sasuke and Kakashi stood over him, breathing heavily. "Why do you continue this path?" Sasuke asked, his voice laced with empathy. "There's more to life than being a mercenary, you know." Naruto approached Haku's unconscious form, gently lifting her into his arms, after realizing she was a woman after breaking her mask. "You don't have to live like this," he said softly. "Come with us. There's a place with you written all over it. It's the Hidden Leaf Village." Zabuza looked at Naruto, his expression conflicted. The sincerity in Naruto's eyes struck a chord within him. Despite their circumstances, Naruto and Sasuke treated them with respect and compassion. It was a stark contrast to the harsh world Zabuza had known. You would welcome us? Both me and Haku?" Zabuza asked, his voice wavering. "Yes," Naruto replied firmly. "Everyone deserves a second chance, don't you agree?" Moved by their words, Zabuza finally nodded. "Very well, we will join you." Haku stirred, opening her eyes to see Naruto's concerned face. She blushed slightly, a feeling of warmth spreading throughout her. "Thank you," she whispered, tears forming in her eyes. Returning to the Hidden Leaf, Naruto, Sasuke, Kakashi, Zabuza, and Haku returned to the Hidden Leaf Village. The journey back was filled with conversations about their future. Upon arrival, they headed straight to the Third Hokage's office to report. Hiruzen Sarutobi listened intently as Naruto and Sasuke explained the situation. They spoke with conviction, describing Zabuza's skills as a former 7 ninja swordsman and Haku's unique ice release abilities. "Please, Lord Third," Naruto pleaded, "give them a chance. They can be valuable assets to our village." Hiruzen regarded Zabuza and Haku thoughtfully. After a long pause, he finally nodded. "Very well, Zabuza, Momochi, and Haku. I hereby grant you the rank of Jonin in the Hidden Leaf Village. Use your skills to protect our home." Zabuza and Haku bowed respectfully. "Thank you, Lord Hokage. We won't let you down," Zabuza promised, training for the Chunin exams. With their new allies, Team 7 began rigorous training for the upcoming Chunin exams. Zabuza's expertise in kenjutsu and combat tactics proved invaluable, while Haku's mastery of ice release and precision attacks provided unique training opportunities. Naruto focused on honing his control over the Nine Tails' chakra, practicing his new version of the Rasengan inspired by the tailed beast bomb. Sasuke worked tirelessly to master his eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, improving his genjutsu and combat techniques. The bond between Naruto and Haku deepened during this time. They often trained together, their mutual respect and admiration growing for one another. Haku's adoration for Naruto became evident, and she found herself inspired by his unwavering spirit. Naruto, who had never known love, found himself loving Haku, or at the very least liking her. As the Chunin exams approached, Team 7 along with their new mentors Zabuza and Haku stood ready. They had trained hard, forged new bonds, and were prepared to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The written exams. The Chunin exams commenced with the written test, a daunting challenge designed to evaluate the Genin's intelligence and problem-solving skills. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura found themselves seated among numerous other candidates in a large, quiet room. Naruto glanced at the daunting questions and felt a pang of anxiety. However, recalling his training and the support from his friends, he focused. Using his Kikaichu bugs, he discreetly gathered information from other examinees, ensuring his answers were correct. Sasuke, with his sharp intellect and Sharingan, copied the correct answers effortlessly. Sakura, naturally gifted in academics, breezed through the exam with confidence. As the exam neared its end, Ibiki Moruno, the proctor, announced the final question. The tension in the room soared, but Team 7's determination remained unshaken. They passed the written exam, advancing to the next stage. The second stage took place in the Forest of Death, a perilous area filled with deadly creatures and treacherous terrain. Teams were tasked with the daunting task of obtaining 2 scrolls, one heaven and one earth, within a limited time. Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke navigated the forest with caution. They encountered various threats, including rival teams and hostile creatures. Their training paid off as they skillfully evaded dangers and fought off attackers. During their journey, they encountered Orochimaru. Disguised as a grass village ninja, Orochimaru targeted Sasuke, seeking to mark him with the cursed seal of heaven. As Orochimaru lunged at Sasuke, intending to bite him, Sasuke's eternal Mangekyo Sharingan flared and he unleashed the Amaterasu. Black flames engulfed Orochimaru as he had never known such flames, forcing him to shed his skin and retreat. The intense battle left Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura breathless but determined, and Orochimaru wanting more. They managed to secure the necessary scrolls and advance to the next stage. Encounter with Gaara. While traversing the forest, Team 7 briefly encountered Gaara, Temari, and Kankuro. The tension between the teams was palpable, but no fight ensued. Gaara's cold, calculating gaze met Naruto's determined eyes. They silently acknowledged each other's respective powers with a nod. Something in Naruto and something in Gaara was telling them both not to fight yet. The preliminary matches began, pitting the Genin against each other in one-on-one battles. Naruto faced Neji Hyuga, determined to prove his worth. With his enhanced abilities and the Nine Tails' chakra, Naruto easily overpowered Neji, shattering his opponent's confidence and beliefs about destiny. Sasuke's match against Gaara was intense. Using his Sharingan and advanced techniques, Sasuke managed to injure Gaara, knocking him unconscious for a short while. However, Gaara awoke, partially transformed into Chukaku, the one-tailed beast. The final battle, Naruto and Sasuke versus Gaara. Gaara's monstrous form rampaged through the arena. Naruto and Sasuke, understanding the threat, pursued Gaara to stop his destructive transformation. They engaged in a fierce battle, combining their skills to subdue Gaara. Naruto tapped into his seven-tailed state, his chakra swirling with immense power. Sasuke utilized his eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and advanced jutsu, working in tandem with Naruto. Together they overpowered Gaara, delivering a series of devastating blows. In the midst of the battle, Naruto and Sasuke's words pierced through Gaara's rage. They spoke of their own struggles and the value of bonds. Gaara, moved by their sincerity, began to question his own path of hatred and isolation. Seeing Naruto, a fellow Jinchuriki, and what he had to deal with, made Gaara understand that there was a path that could be held and withheld without carnage and hatred and destruction and hating everyone around you. While Naruto and Sasuke fought Gaara, Orochimaru launched his attack on the Hidden Leaf Village. Hiruzen Sarutobi, the third Hokage, faced his former student in a deadly confrontation. Orochimaru summoned the reanimated first and second Hokage, turning the battle into a legendary clash. Hiruzen fought valiantly, using his mastery of ninjutsu and taijutsu and summoning techniques. However, Orochimaru's power and the combined strength of the reanimated Hokage proved overwhelming. Despite his best efforts, Hiruzen was forced to use the Reaper Death Seal, sacrificing his life to seal Orochimaru's arms, rendering them useless. As Hiruzen lay dying, he imparted his final words of wisdom, urging the next generation to protect the village and uphold its values. With Orochimaru's retreat and the defeat of the Sound and Sand forces, the Hidden Leaf village began to recover. Zabuza and Haku played crucial roles in defending the village, their skills proving invaluable. Gaara, Tamaru, and Conqueror were spared, and Gaara's transformation began as he embraced the path of light. Inspired by Naruto and Sasuke's words, he took off to return to this Hidden Sand village, where tensions grew politically, and he was going to be assuming the role of Kazekage soon. Jiraiya's return and the journey to find Tsunade. After the third Hokage's funeral, Jiraiya returned to the village. He decided to take Naruto and Sasuke on a journey to find Tsunade, a legendary Sannin, and a potential candidate for the next Hokage. Jiraiya believed that Tsunade could not only help lead the village, but also assist Naruto and Sasuke in their growth. Naruto and Sasuke, eager to become stronger and protect their home, agreed to accompany Jiraiya. Their journey was filled with challenges and new experiences as they continued to train and develop their abilities under Jiraiya's guidance. The 4-year journey. Naruto, Sasuke, Kakashi, and Jiraiya embarked on a 4-year journey to train and explore the vast ninja world. Their travels took them to all the great ninja nations, where they encountered various challenges and learned new techniques. Naruto's training. Naruto honed his Sage Mode at Mount Miyaboku, mastering it to an unprecedented level, which even impressed Jiraiya. He also perfected his Chakra Bomb Rasengan and learned advanced wind-style techniques, combining them with his Fox Fire to create devastating attacks. Additionally, he formed a pact with the Toads, gaining powerful summoning abilities and learning the Toad Sage's technique. Sasuke's training. Sasuke trained intently and intensively in his Mangekyo Sharingan abilities, perfecting Amaterasu and Susanoo. He also learned various lightning release techniques, enhancing his speed and destructive power. Under Jiraiya's guidance, he mastered fire and snake summoning techniques, summoning Aoda, a powerful snake to aid him in battle. Kakashi's training. Kakashi continued to develop his Sharingan techniques and eventually managed to re-unlock his Mangekyo Sharingan, as he also learned new jutsu from various villages. He refined his strategic skills, becoming an even more formidable tactician. Jiraiya shared his vast knowledge and experience with Naruto and Sasuke, helping them surpass their limits. He focused on their mental and emotional growth, preparing them for future challenges. After 4 years of intense training, Naruto, Sasuke, and Kakashi, as well as Jiraiya, returned to the Hidden Leaf village, ready to protect it from any threats. The village was at peace, but the looming danger of the Akatsuki remained. It saddened them both deeply when they heard of the news of Jiraiya's passing. They were in Mount Miyaboku training, and it almost caused Naruto to lose control. Sasuke even shed a tear. From that moment, they trained even harder. While Naruto and Sasuke were training in Mount Miyaboku, Pain had launched his devastating attack on the Hidden Leaf village. The Akatsuki leader wreaked havoc, destroying buildings and killing many villagers. Jiraiya and Kakashi fought valiantly, but were ultimately defeated, sacrificing their lives to protect the village. Naruto and Sasuke were summoned back to the village by Gamabunta after hearing Sakura's desperate scream for help. They arrived to find the village in ruins, with Pain's forces causing chaos. Determined to stop Pain and save their home, Naruto and Sasuke confronted the leader of the Akatsuki. The battle with Pain was intense, pushing Naruto and Sasuke to their limits. Naruto utilized his perfected Sage Mode, attacking Pain with incredible speed and power. His Chakra Bomb Rasengan and Wind Release techniques caused significant damage, but Pain's abilities proved formidable. Sasuke, using his Mangekyo Sharingan, activated Susanoo for the first time. The ethereal warrior shielded him from Pain's attacks and allowed him to grab Pain with its powerful grip, creating an opening for Naruto. Pain, determined to capture Naruto, used his Shibaku Tensei, creating a massive gravitational sphere to trap him. Naruto was caught and began to lose control, entering a berserk state as the Nine Tails' chakra had overwhelmed him. He saw Haku's death. At one point, both Naruto and Sasuke were pinned down by Pain's chakra rods. Haku, replacing Hinata in this timeline, attempted to save them but was killed by Pain, sending Naruto into this frenzy. Pain delivered a long speech about hatred, suffering, and understanding. He blamed the Hidden Leaf Village for the destruction of his home and the loss of his own loved ones, as Naruto and Sasuke listened, absorbing the pain and anger that drove Pain's actions. Eventually, Naruto had a talk with Minato. Minato had redone the seal for Naruto. In the depths of his mind, Naruto met his father, Minato Namikaze, the 4th Hokage. Minato restored Naruto's seal, calming the Nine Tails and allowing Naruto to regain control. Empowered and focused, Naruto returned to the battle in Sage mode. Naruto and Sasuke fought alongside each other, combining their strengths to overpower Pain. Determined to end the cycle of hatred, Naruto and Sasuke tracked down Nagato, the true leader behind Pain. They confronted him, sharing their own experiences and beliefs about peace and understanding. Their words reached Nagato, who decided to use the Rene Rebirth technique to revive everyone who had died during the attack on the village. The aftermath. Nagato's sacrifice restored the lives of those who had perished, including Jiraiya, Kakashi, and Haku. The village began to rebuild, with Naruto and Sasuke hailed as heroes for their bravery and determination. In the aftermath, Konan sought to avenge Nagato's death. She tracked down Danzo instead of Obito in this timeline, who had manipulated events from the shadows and caused immense suffering. Using her paper-based abilities, Konan overwhelmed Danzo and killed him, ensuring he could no longer harm anyone else. Let's be very clear here. Konan can do this. She quite literally had Obito on the brink of death. I think she can kill Danzo. The Hidden Leaf Village emerged stronger from the trials it had faced. Naruto and Sasuke, having grown significantly in power and wisdom, continued to protect their home and strive for a better future. With the threat of the Akatsuki diminished and the village united, they looked forward to a time of peace and prosperity. Naruto and Sasuke, alongside Kakashi, accompanied the Raikage to the 5 Kage Summit, representing the Hidden Leaf Village and the Hidden Cloud Village respectively. The atmosphere was tense as the leaders of the 5 great nations gathered to discuss the threat posed by the Akatsuki. During the summit, Madara Uchiha, disguised as Obito, appeared, causing outrage among the Kage. Naruto and Sasuke, fueled by anger and a desire for justice, immediately attacked Madara. Sasuke unleashed Amaterasu, his black flames engulfing Madara. However, Madara used his Kamui to avoid the attack, phasing through the flames effortlessly. Naruto followed up with his Chakra Bomb Rasengan, but Madara again evaded it using Kamui, demonstrating his mastery over space-time ninjutsu. Madara's declaration of war prompted the Kage to unite, forming the allied shinobi forces. The nations began to mobilize, readying themselves for the imminent conflict. The war began with fierce battles across various fronts. The allied shinobi forces faced off against the Akatsuki and their army of reanimated shinobi, led by Kabuto Yakashi. Naruto and Sasuke's role. Naruto and Sasuke fought on the front lines, showcasing their immense power and newly acquired abilities. Naruto's Sage Mode and Chakra Bomb Rasengan, combined with Sasuke's Susanoo and Amaterasu, devastated enemy forces. The combined might of the 5 great nations proved formidable. Veteran shinobi like Gaara, the Raikage, and Tsunade led their troops with unwavering determination. The allied forces faced many legendary shinobi brought back to life, including the previous Kage and powerful ninja from the past. Each battle tested their resolve and skill. The true Madara Uchiha eventually appeared on the battlefield, demonstrating overwhelming power. Naruto and Sasuke joined forces to confront him, pushing their abilities to the limit. Itachi Uchiha, having remained in the shadows, revealed himself during the war. He played a crucial role in turning the tide, using his intelligence and prowess to counter Kabuto's reanimation jutsu. Confrontation with Naruto and Sasuke. Near the war's end, Itachi faced Naruto and Sasuke in a fierce battle. He pushed them to their limits, testing their growth and strength. After the intense fight, Itachi revealed the truth about his actions and apologized to Naruto and Sasuke. His words were filled with regret and a deep sense of duty. With the combined efforts of the allied forces, the Akatsuki was defeated. Madara and Kabuto were stopped, and the reanimated shinobi were put to rest. Peace was restored to the ninja world, and no Kaguya. The Naruto story should have ended with Madara being the final villain, and it's going to end with Madara being the final villain here. Itachi returned to the Hidden Leaf Village as a hero, recognizing his sacrifices and strength. He was appointed as the 7th Hokage. Itachi mentored Naruto, preparing him for the responsibilities of becoming Hokage. Their bond deepened as Naruto learned from Itachi's wisdom and experience, and Naruto and Sasuke both forgave Itachi for his actions, begrudgingly. After a period of mentorship, Naruto was officially appointed as Hokage. His journey from an outcast to the village leader was celebrated by all. Naruto found happiness with Haku Yuki, who had stood by him through thick and thin. Their bond grew stronger, culminating in a peaceful and fulfilling life together. Some of you may be asking, why not Hinata? Why not Hinata? Why not Hinata? Or why not Sakura? Why not Sakura? Why not Sakura? Well, first of all, Sakura is still going to end up with Sasuke in this timeline. Hinata is going to find someone else, maybe a cousin, maybe a dark-haired cousin who is still alive in this timeline. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I hate to say it because, like, that's kind of just, like, how clans work sometimes. But, yeah. It just didn't make sense. You see, Hinata had developed a crush on Naruto through years of seeing him and, like, being alongside him, sort of. Or, like, kind of just, like, watching him. I shouldn't say being alongside him. But in this timeline, none of that really happens. You see, she can't develop a crush on Naruto if Naruto leaves when he's 8 years old for 4 years and then comes back and then leaves again for 4 years after a few months. Yes, she admires him. Yes, she might think he's cute, whatever, but she never actually has a chance to get with him or anything like that. Haku instead takes that place. The Hidden Leaf Village thrived under Naruto's leadership. With Itachi's guidance and the unwavering support of his friends and family, the lessons learned from the war and the unity forged between the nations ensured a lasting peace, heralding a new era of prosperity for the ninja world. This has been ramiX. I hope that nothing here felt rushed. Notable arcs that I skipped over would have been the Kazekage rescue arc, which goes the same. I can't really see Naruto and Sasuke being able to do too much about that. And a couple other things. But anyways, this has been ramiX. I hope you guys all enjoyed. This has got to be one of my strongest Narutos. First of all, he's an Aburame, Uzumaki, Namikaze, and basically kind of like a Senju. And literally has a Sharingan. He's got chakra bugs that can make someone experience the pain of becoming a Jinchuriki. He has access to the full Nine Tails' power. He is Hokage. Yeah, he's cooking. He still has 6 path chakra because, like, that's how they defeat Madara. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty strong Naruto. Besides my what if Naruto had all dojutsu, and maybe what if Naruto was raised by Kakashi and Guy, and a few others, like, what if Naruto had a chakra fruit? It's got to be a crazy one as well. I don't see too many Narutos of mine that I've made, like, being much stronger. Anyways, that's just me ranting, and if you got this far, thank you. Tell me, I'm the GOAT. Tell me, I'm just kidding. That's a little bit boastful, and genuinely, I don't have that much, like, I'm not that cocky at all. But just so I know that you got this far, comment, like, GOAT or something, or, like, cool vid or something. Anyways, I honestly love you all. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to you all and present stories of Naruto fanfics and other fanfics. I love you. This has been ramiX. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Share the video to a friend who likes for this, or anime content in general. Join my Discord. Share the video to a friend who likes for this. This has been ramiX, and ramiX out.